Welcome to the Daisy Blue Fashion Variety Show. I am Nancy Wizard, your host, and my guest today is Sierra Wonderlynd.
Well, thank you, Nancy. We're just super duper excited to be here. Can I say that on TV? Oops.
We are.
So my name is Sierra Wonderlynd, and my clothing line is called Sumeria Sierra, and I'm based here in Denver. And I'd just like to thank you so much for having us on today.
I want to hear more about how you got started in fashion.
I grew up in Austin, Texas. I really started at a young age. My grandmother was a self-taught seamstress, and she had this amazing sewing room. And as a little girl, I just wanted to spend time in there. I just thought it was like just beautiful, and all the little tools and the scissors and everything. I was just fascinated. So about the time I could hold a pair of scissors, she started showing me how to cut and design and sew things. And when I was in middle school and high school, then we started making my prom dresses and my special occasion dresses together. And that was just such a wonderful time to get to spend with her. Shout out to Mimi. Thank you for everything you did for me and everything you taught me. Yeah, it's just always really exciting to get to call her and tell her about what I'm doing and share the photos. And, you know, sometimes she's able to make it to shows, and it's just so sweet to have her there, and just like, it's just really special to show her what I've been working on.
And tell me about your travels.
So that's interesting. You know, I've been traveling my whole life. I'm a Gemini. I love to travel. I love to explore. I love to meet people. And so when I graduated high school, I started traveling and doing music festivals. I would see a lot of String Cheese Incident and Fish concerts. And what I would do when I would go there is I would set up and I would sell my clothing. And I would get to meet fans and people from all over the country. I would sell my wares. I would talk to people about what I'm doing. And that really helped me build this national following, this brand that helped me build who I am. It helped sharpen my skills, not only as a businesswoman and a saleswoman, but also with my sewing. And so over time, you know, I did that for quite a few years, and that blossomed into this following. All of a sudden I had a business. All of a sudden I had people who were coming to my Etsy site, who were looking online to see what I was doing, to see what they could get new. And so the sewing and the traveling very much so went hand in hand for me. And that's a really fun thing. I love to be out there. I love to be meeting people. I love the music community. I love the fashion community. And so this was a really great way for me to blend both of those together. And both of my passions would support each other. And so over time, all of a sudden I had, something that was larger than myself. And now I have this national brand, this national following of people who are looking at what I'm doing. The fashion industry is the second most polluting business that we have, second only to the automotive industry. And so obviously, you know, I love fashion, but there's a lot of waste happening. And so I really felt like, to me, it's important to sort of bridge that gap. How can we reuse what we have? How can we breathe new life into something that was old and forgotten? How can we make things new and fresh? And so I like my clothing to be, I like it to be fun, but I also like it to be romantic. I want it to be classy. I want it to be timeless. And that's really what Sumeria Sierra, what my clothing line represents. Sumeria was the ancient culture that we all sprung from. They developed cuneiform writing. They developed all of those different things. And so when I think of my clothing line, I think of like old and new coming together, ancient future, fusing old textiles and ideas with modern styles and notions and things like that. And so really this embodies the idea of what Sumeria Sierra is all about. So Amanda is wearing a lace party robe paired with one of my large-scale headpieces that I create. Everything that I make is from recycled materials, or as I call it, reincarnated fashion. And so I took a lot of different laces and sheer fabrics and scarves and things, and I wove it into this beautiful lace robe that she has today. Every piece that we have is one of a kind and unique, and nothing can ever be replicated again in the same way. So when a client purchases a garment from me, they have the assurance of knowing that everything is unique, and though I can make things in the same style, Shannon's robe has this beautiful detailing on the back with the beadwork and everything. I think it's real Art Nouveau, very, very different. Lots of sparkles, and you can see the sleeves are really sheer, and it's just fun. It's fun to to wear. That's a vintage fur. That's a piece that I reclaimed from being lost to time. I took that and I put it into our pieces, and I think it just adds this really regal, really nice touch to the robe she's wearing. The headpiece was also made out of recycled materials. Those are various things I found throughout my travels.
Where do you even start when you make a design like this? Do you sketch, or does it just kind of evolve?
I start out with an idea, and I will make a sketch. And more so, the sketch is a list of what I want to see. But I'm not really, when I'm in that initial process, I'm not getting too tied down on the materials and things we're using, because the materials that I use are really based on what I'm finding through my travels at the time. And so it sort of depends on where I'm at in the country or in the world. Or, you know, I source a lot of things here from Denver. I source a lot of things from the last stop before the landfill. So when you see these pieces, you know I'm recycling hundreds of pounds of materials from being thrown in the landfill every year. So this was, you know, I just happened to find all of these pieces all at the same time, and they just really spoke to me, and it came together in this beautiful way. So when I'm designing, I have an idea of what I want to see, but I don't get too tied down on what I want the materials to be. And then I go out and I search and I look and I wait for things to come to me, and things just sort of come together. And so I've realized that it's better to not be tied down to a specific thing that I want. It's better to let the materials speak to me and what I find, and oftentimes that turns into something better than I ever could have imagined. Mia is the final look in the lace robe collection, and I'm so excited to show you this piece. This is a piece that we created for the Alien Life show, and that was a fashion show that was held at the Fillmore Auditorium in October of 2016. And we had this beautiful display. We had a bunch of DJs, we had a bunch of people. We sold out the whole show. It was really great. I wanted people in the very back of the row to be able to, I wanted people in the very back of the Fillmore to see what was happening and to be excited about it and be able to feel like they were part of the fashion show as well. So I created this look for Mia, and I created the giant headpiece so that, yeah, just everybody could see and enjoy. And we put on a really great show. That was really exciting. It's been really nice.
I agree, yes.
So you can see the chevron detail on the back of her robe. Also, I collected all of these sheer laces, all these see-through pieces, all these different laces and sparkly things, and I specifically put them all together in this robe just to make it sheer and sexy, but gorgeous and classy, and all of those things that a lady likes to be when she's going out. Gary is wearing a blazer that I created for the Alien Life show at the Fillmore last year. And you can see I took layers of leather and this psychedelic sheer fabric, and I fused them together, and I made this alien life form based on the artwork of Kurt Redeker, whose show we were presenting for. And so I thought this was a really sharp way of incorporating Kurt's art as well as what we're doing with my style and the clothing and everything. And so we made this really sharp blazer. One of the nice things on the back, the only pop of color we have on the tuxedo jacket is the lapel right there with the purple thread, and it also matches the purple flower of life that we have on the back too. So just a hint of color, but I think it's really nice. It's also symbolic of who we are as a team, and it ties in the ideas of Sumeria and ancient future and everything like that. And so this is just a really unique blazer that we brought for the collection, and he wears it very well. You can do all kinds of stuff in sewing. You can make couches, you can reupholster cars, boats, clothing, all kinds of stuff. So I've really been blessed to be able to have seen lots of different little bits and pieces of all of those things. But of course, what I love most is the party dresses and the clothing. It's fun. It's fun to make headpieces and things like that.
Headpieces are beautiful too.
Thank you.
They really are.
Thank you. That's been something that's been getting us a lot of attention in the last couple of years. And it's just fun to do. I feel like, why not have a beautiful hat piece or a hat or whatever to top off your ensemble. Initially, I started making these little mini hats because there really wasn't a hat big enough to fit over my dreadlocks. So I was like, well, why don't we just make a little tiny one? Because of course it's not meant to fit. It's a fascinator. And then it became the feathers and the decorations and stuff became larger than the hat itself. And then I started making these large scale headpieces and these things. I've learned a lot over time, and so the headpieces now are easier to wear. They're more lightweight than when we started, and I know Mia can attest to that. I've had her wear some really heavy pieces in the past, and they're so patient. I just really appreciate the models for bearing with me. Shannon is wearing one of our cupcake dresses. I love this little look. Shannon's skirt is what I call the ancient future, old and new put together. This is one of my signature things that I do. This is my new age patchwork. These are little tiny scraps of fabric that I've woven together to create this new fabric. And I think it's really exciting. I love doing that. I really want, it has that real organic, natural feel, like it was all just, like it grew like that. And so Shannon's got the cute little cupcake skirt. She has the accessories and the neck piece, and as well as the headpiece that I made. And then all her little accessories and everything as well. Just a really nice little ensemble. So this is one of my signature styles, the cupcake dress with the tattered patchwork. I really want everything to be as detailed and beautiful as possible. I love just all the little things, and you go to a party and everyone's excited to see what you're wearing and see all the little details. Like, you know, no one else will be dressed like this. So you can wear your cupcake dress and show up knowing that you're definitely going to be unique and the belle of the ball. Amanda's wearing these sheer lace bell bottoms, and we've paired this with a vintage sequin, a dark sparkle top, and it's backless. It's very cute. I really loved this little ensemble on her. It makes her legs look beautiful and long, and it's just, I think this was really fitting for her, who she is as a model. Amanda also has a brand new headpiece from our new collection. It's adorned with flowers and jewels and all kinds of things, and she wears it marvelously.
I love that.
Thank you.
I do.
Thank
I think
you.
that is so cute.
Thank you. I wanted something kind of young and fresh and a little edgy, a little romantic, a little classy, all of those things mixed in. And Gary is wearing a tuxedo from our men's collection. We've been showing these for about a year now. Gary's wearing the double-sided, the reversible sequins, and so they, it can be gold, it can be white. This is a really nice tuxedo jacket and a matching bow tie that I designed, and I had these imported. And so I thought that was a really nice piece to add to the collection of the menswear. And I think that, you know, it's something different. Men in Denver aren't wearing a whole lot of this stuff yet. And so I think when you wear this out to the club in Denver or anywhere, you're going to be trend-setting. You're going to gather a lot of attention. People will notice you. All the ladies will be touching you. It's just fun. It's fun to wear these jackets. And so this was a really nice addition to our collection this last year. And the bow tie as well just tops it off and gives it that extra polish. I think it's been exciting to see in the last couple of years that menswear has become more edgy, more flamboyant, more daring, more out there. And that's what men have always wanted. It's been a really wonderful journey to get to work with all of these models and their families, and it just really, it encourages me, and I hope that in turn it encourages them. And I feel like the more we uplift each other and the more positive we are, the more love and positivity we bring, the better we all do together. So I've just been so thrilled to have such a wonderful team to work with. It's really such a blessing. In the last 18 months, we've participated in over 20 fashion shows.
Yes.
Doing the shows in Denver has been just really great for us, and it's pushed me forward in my design aesthetic and what I'm making. Because essentially I was making a new collection every month. I was making a new 5 to 8 piece collection for these models every month. And so, you know, just what I was doing 18 months ago versus what I'm doing now, I think is very different. And so I appreciate the opportunity that we've had to evolve and to watch our style evolve and to watch things become bigger and more extravagant. Denver has been such a wonderful, supportive community for me the last 15 years, and it's been a really great springboard. It's helped me not only meeting the models and photographers and things like that, it's really helped develop me into a better designer, a better artist. And so I would hate to leave Denver. You know, I've been here 15 years, but I also recognize that maybe in the future, in the next couple of years, there might be maybe a progression to go to the East or the West Coast and sort of continue what I'm doing there.
Where do you see your fashion going?
I had an invitation for a London show. We've got something in the works for a Paris show. So, you know, 2018 is just, there's a lot of fun stuff on the horizon for us. And I just absolutely credit Denver for being such a great launch pad for us to be able to do this and present and support the community. And it's also been a very supportive community for us. I want to see us as a bigger brand, but I don't want to stray from our roots. I want things to be handmade. I don't want anything to be mass produced. I want things to be custom. I want to continue to make things from recycled, reincarnated materials. I want to continue to be as true to who I am as when I started. So every year that we keep doing things, everything gets better, everything builds on itself. And now here I am. It's bigger and better than I ever could have imagined. So the traveling and the music definitely was very supportive in my art as well. I want to make every single one of my clients, from the burlesque dancers to the performers to the Burning Man people, I want everyone to feel special in what they've got. I want everyone to feel unique. I want everyone to feel beautiful in their own skin. And really, the clothing that I make is just to enhance that and to bring it out. Life is a celebration. This is just so wonderful. Let's all enjoy and celebrate and just really commemorate where we're at and what we're doing. I just think so many wonderful things for our models and where we're going from here, and I feel like we're well dressed and able to tackle the challenges that come up next. Speaking of cheers to us, a little birdie told me it's your birthday today.
It is.
It is. How exciting is that?
Yeah, it is my birthday. What a great way to spend my birthday, doing an interview, interviewing you.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad that we're able to be a part of this today. And I just appreciate so much that you brought us on the show and let us talk about who we are and what we're doing. And so we really appreciate you giving us this opportunity and sharing your birthday with us. So thank you so much. We would like to say tink you very much for everything you've done for us. And thank you so much. We brought you this.
Oh my
gosh! Your little birthday cake.
Oh my gosh!
And also some flowers, and we appreciate you, Nancy, and everything you've done. And so I can't wait for a little dance party. We'll have a little cake. We'll have a little celebration.
Oh my gosh! Yum! Oh wait, I'm like,
you're fine. You're
sticking
fine.
you with the flower. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. Thank you so much. It's so sweet of you.
So, thank you. Hats off to you, Nancy.
Oh my gosh, it's my pleasure. It's so sweet. I'm really touched. This is exactly where I'd want to be on my birthday. Is interviewing a very talented, very sweet, with a wonderful spirit clothing designer, Sierra.
Thank you.
Because you're just a pleasure to interview and be a friend. You're just awesome.
Thank you. Well, we're so honored to be here. That means a lot to us.
Thank you for watching the Daisy Blue Fashion Variety Show here at Denver Open Media. It has been such a pleasure interviewing Sierra. She is so awesome, and her models are so awesome. And thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.
Yay! Thanks, y'all.